Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome to our first episode in the Cruiserweight Classic. Now if you didn't see the video the other day, what the idea is here is we're going to have a Cruiserweight tournament and the winner of this one will be crowned the first ever champion of our 205 Live Universe mode. Now this is just pool 1 out of 4. So you can see many of the normal names you'd see in 205 Live, with a few added extras, of course, Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano being the main ones, and there are going to be more involved. However, I feel like the roster will really develop much more once the Universe mode begins. But I'm looking forward to this, it'll be pretty cool. I think we've got some really good names in this tournament, and who knows, we could get a surprise winner. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to play 4 matches in this episode. The first 4, as you can see here, Adam Cole vs Noam, Bate vs TJP, Akira Tozawa vs Buddy Murphy, and Gran Metalik vs Johnny Gargano. Let's go. And here we go then into our first match straight away. Adam Cole must be one of the early favourites to win this entire tournament. And I feel like Noam is a little bit of a fortunate draw for Adam Cole in the first round. It could have been a lot worse, but taking nothing away from Noam, he is a very accomplished wrestler and could overthrow Adam Cole here, but I really feel like the heavy money is going to be on Adam Cole for this one. And here is his opponent then, of course, Noam. Like I said, is very much the underdog in this match, but I really feel like if anyone can do it, Noam has the dexterity and the resilience to come over this one. Of course, the one lucky thing for Noam is that Adam Cole has come to the ring alone. His other stablemates will be involved in the tournament at some point. But I think this will be pretty good for Noam. You never know, it's make or break from here. So here then, Adam Cole versus Noam for a place in the second round of the Cruiserweight Classic. Now, I think the way we're going to do this tournament is I was dabbling just making it singles the whole way, but I don't know whether to make the... I can either do, right? You guys can make this decision yourselves, I think. I can either do semi-finals and a final and make it fully single, or I can do the 4 pools and have a fatal 4-way as the final. So there's 2 different options, depends what you guys would like to see, I suppose. Either will be pretty good, I think, no matter what. Of course, there is going to be more. I'm still dabbling with the ideas. I think we're definitely going to bring in a tag team division to 205 Live. We've already identified, and a few you put in the comment section as well, some of the tag teams we could use. Of course, knowing the Undisputed Era are going to be there, which is fantastic. So Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong in there as well. I'm thinking of bringing in a sort of a mid-card championship as well, but I'm not quite sure what it would be called, to be honest with you. So, I mean, the 205 Live champion, of course, will be the Cruiserweight champion. Or should we have... Oh, that's an idea. Why don't we have the Cruiserweight champion be the mid-card? And the winner of this tournament become the 205 Live champion, the actual brand champion. That could have worked. We'll do that then, actually. We'll do that. I know that sort of takes away from the whole point there. I'll just completely change my mind completely. So this is going to be... The winner of this tournament will become the 205 Live champion. And then the Cruiserweight champion will be the upper mid-card belt. That makes sense, I suppose. Does that make sense? Am I just making crap up as I go along? Let me know again in the comment section down below what you think is the best thing to do anyway. I like that idea. I think that's a pretty decent idea. I'm sure I can get the championships together. I'd imagine, to be honest, somebody's already made the belts for me, so I'm not going to be too over the top, to be honest. I'll have to have a look. I'm sure Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships will be more easy to get hold of. Adam Cole, super kick to the gut, and a big shining wizard right to the face of Noam. This could be a very, very quick first round match. No, Noam kicked out. Again, I said earlier on during his entrance, resilience is one of Noam key things, and he's shown that here so far this evening. So yeah, that's a possibility, doing that, and we could use British Strong Style maybe. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne as a tag team, that'd be pretty nice. Of course, we've already discussed in the original video about 205 Live having 2/3 of the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, as the tag team here. Akira Tozawa and Apollo Crews is a possibility. Maybe Titus can be their full-time manager. The only worry with that is that I don't believe 205 pounds is what Apollo Crews weighs. I believe he weighs a lot more than that, to be honest, but... And one surprising one here, and it depends how rigid we want to be, I suppose, but one surprising thing that I noticed, because you actually look at the Cruiserweight section on this game now, and Chad Gable comes in as a Cruiserweight, which is pretty interesting, actually. I like that idea. Jason Jordan does not, though. Jason Jordan is about 40 pounds too heavy, which is not great. It's like 3 stone, but Yeah, it'd be nice to see Chad Gable come in a bit of a singles run in this universe mode, I think. And there's some tag teams we can do. I believe I think someone mentioned as well, the Usos. I was thinking about the Usos because I'm sure they're probably under the weight limit. And I don't think we're going to get much use out of a lot of these. Like, I don't know how many times we'll see the New Day in this year's universe modes unless we do Raw or SmackDown. I don't know how, if ever, we're going to see the Usos. So it might be nice to use them in here as well. But I'm sure, when I have a chance to go through it, I'm sure we can actually make a pretty good roster out of this. It's going to be pretty entertaining, I think. And yeah, so have the Cruiserweight Championship as the mid-card belt, have the 205 Live Championship as the main belt. Have a Tag Team Championship as well. Of course, there won't be a Women's Championship on this roster. If you do want to see Women's Championship, though, we will have it on our current NXT roster. It's pretty strong on there. Noam Dar, nice. Oh, I think he missed. He's either missed or Adam Cole just no-sold him. Something bad happened there. Whatever happened, I've got no idea. The weird and wonderful game that is known as WWE 2K19, ladies and gentlemen. Nice Yuri Garoshi there by Adam Cole, who's taken full control now. And well, Noam Dar's been busted open, gets straight back up, drop kick to the knee of Adam Cole, which is pretty good for Noam Dar to try and potentially weaken Adam Cole for a knee bar. Or Adam Cole playing possum, dropping Noam Dar face first across that top turnbuckle. I really feel like Undisputed Era could really dominate this roster. You can imagine maybe having Adam Cole as the 205 Live Champion, Kyle O'Reilly as the Cruiserweight Champion, Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong as the Tag Team Championships. The Tag Team they're going to be the Tag Team Championships. That's a good thing, huh? What have we got here? Why? Why, game, do you insist on making interference? I don't think... Is it... Luckily for us, it's a music one only. Oh my god. I cannot tell you what I've just seen. A masked man has just entered the ring and attacked Noam Dar. No, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Right. So the music hit, and a mysterious masked man attacked Noam Dar from behind, allowing Adam Cole to get the pin. This could work. This could work. Okay, there's our first angle of 205 Live. Who the hell attacked Noam Dar? There we go. I'll tell you, we're lucky it was that model, wasn't it? God, if it was like the Big Boss Master, that would have been atrocious. We're lucky it was that model. Okay, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. I'm happy with that. Right, a redemption story for Noam Dar to try and find out who it was who attacked him. We can do this.
Here is your winner.
So there we go. Adam Cole victorious. He goes through to the second round. Noam Dar is not happy at the situation. He was looking pretty good, showing great resilience, and almost had his opportunity, but of course attacked from behind. Referee didn't see it. Well, referee saw the aftermath. And the masked man who attacked Noam Dar is, to this point, I don't know. Right, straight into our second match then after that bombshell. First up, we have got Tyler Bate. It's one of the newer members to our 205 Live roster. Of course, in WWE, he's lightly involved in NXT, but mainly involved in NXT UK by the looks of it. I'd like to see him and Pete Dunne get a little bit more time. I think Pete Dunne's getting more and more. I think they can see how good Pete Dunne is, but Tyler Bate is maybe not getting as much opportunity as he was hoping. And his opponent is this man, the original winner of the first ever Cruiserweight Classic. I like TJP, apart from the fact that he just dabbed. I like him, and I've watched him wrestle for a long time. I've watched him wrestle a lot in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, where he was known as the youngest in-ring veteran of all time, because I think he started wrestling when he was like 12 or something stupid like that. He started training when he was 12, and he was wrestling on paid shows at the age of like 16 or something stupid like that. Yeah, I like him. I think he's put in a lot of work over the years to get to where he's got to, and it's a shame at the moment. Again, it's not quite going his way in WWE, but hey ho, he's on the game. Let's see how he goes on here against Tyler Bate. Now, in the first match, it was pretty much a one-sided on paper. This one, I think, is very much split down the middle. So here we go then. The winner of this one will take on Adam Cole in the second round. which we're going to do each pool individually. So we'll find out, we'll do the second round matches for you on the next episode, which will be in a few days' time. And yes, the winner of this one will get Adam Cole in our next video. This is a pretty good... All the 4 pools are actually pretty evenly balanced, to be honest. I did seed them, so I tried to spread the big names around as much as I possibly could, just to make sure that we didn't get them all sort of concentrated in one area to the point where we ended up with an iffy final. Because remember, when we did the King of the Cruiserweights tournament last year on 2K18, I think it was 2K18, yeah. Of course, we put quite a lot of the strong names ended up facing each other. We did it by random draw that time. And we ended up with a final, which was a little bit weird. And it ended up with a Kalisto victory. What wasn't the worst result, to be honest. I mean, there was much worse victors we could have had than Kalisto. But, you know, it's when you've got some of the names in this tournament you have got, you're hoping for something pretty strong to be our first ever brand champion of 205 Live. You know what, I think I'm going to end up changing the blogger again soon as well. I reorganised the whole blogger to get it to the way I wanted it, and now it's not the way I want it. So I think we'll end up doing that. Of course, if you ever want to see any information about the Universe mode, or all the stuff that we have done in the past, all the previous seasons of Universe modes, then there is always a link in the description down below which will take you to the blogger homepage. At the moment, it's okay. It's a little bit congested at the moment because we've done so much in the past, but I think what we will do is we will change it moving forward, and I think I'll spread out a bit more. But yeah, definitely worth checking out, although be cautious, there are spoilers ahead for tournaments. If you're watching this video in the past... In the past? No, you can't watch it in the past. If you're watching this video in the future, then I may have already put the winner of the tournament on the blogger page. So, yeah, be careful with that one. Well, we wouldn't do it until you know... who the winner of this competition is, to be honest. Right, TJ Perkins now rolling up the arm, and Perkins dominated the early proportion of this match. And Mr. Bate is struggling now. Bates back up on his feet, but TJP taken down to a cross armbar, and Tyler Bates got barely any offense in here at all, and I quite like the concept of both these guys, to be honest. I mean, Adam Cole versus Tyler Bate would be a great match. Adam Cole versus TJP would be a great match. So I think no matter what happens, we all win. That's the way to look at it. Nice neck breaker there by TJP. Of course, did play Manic in TNA for a short period of time. There's that weird episode, weren't there, where somebody stole his outfit and Hogan sort of brought him out and said, "This is TJP, brother. Somebody stole his Manic outfit, brother." Pilgrim. And yeah, that was a weird one, that was. Oh, nice rolling kick. Wow, Tyler Bate out of nowhere has just got back in this one. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Wow. Of course, Tyler Bate was the first UK champion on our NXT brand, which is currently still ongoing. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want to see that, there's still loads going on. Tyler Driver. Wow, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. I was about to say, Tyler Bate's been hammered this entire match. How on earth has he turned this around? Nice front chancery. Pushes TJP away. TJP sending Bate into the corner. A boot in the midriff. And now forcing the boot right into the chest of TJP as well. Back up he comes. Nice uppercut. Drops a knee right in the face. And a boot in the face as well. Nice. Just twisting the head of TJP. Oh, really wrenched out. All of a sudden, Tyler Bate, from being absolutely dominating the early proceedings of this match, is now in control. And if it wasn't for the incredibly slow referee, he might have actually got a 3 count there. That was really bad refereeing, that was. Just gets better and better, doesn't it? TJP now going for a trio of maneuvers. So I'm just changing the settings on the recording because I don't think the volume's correct. Nice. 450 by TJP. I think 1, 2. TJP's done it. He's only gone and frickin' done it, ladies and gentlemen. TJP is going to go on to face off against Adam Cole in the second round. It was a real back and forth match, this one. I mean, TJP dominated the early proceedings, and I really thought he was going to get this victory pretty quick and easy. Noam though. Tyler Bate, they were able to turn it around, and I thought Tyler Bate had it won. So it's just so much back and forth, and eventually, it was a win for TJP. There was the Tyler drive, which I thought was going to be enough at the very end. Not to be the case, though. And look how slow the referee is down here. And it was so close to a free count, this was. And I think this would be a bit of an arguing point here for Tyler Bate. He won't be happy with that. There's the 450, which was enough eventually to get TJP the victory. There we go. So TJP goes on to our next episode to face off against Adam Cole in the semi-finals of this bracket. Now, in the next episode, we will have the semi-finals and the final of this bracket. And then we'll start bracket 2, knowing the winner of this bracket. And here is match number 3 of the episode. And starting things off, we have got Akira Tozawa. And here is his opponent, Buddy Murphy. I'm a bit annoyed this guy wasn't part of the game or anything like that, but luckily we do have some fantastic core creators around, and this isn't a bad Buddy Murphy. I think there might actually be a better one now that's been released, which I need to have a look at, but this is not a bad Buddy Murphy at all, so I'm pretty happy with what we got. And here we go then, we are ready to get underway, and of course the winner of this one will go on to face off against the winner of a last match, which I think was, get my memory right now, was it Gran Metalik and Johnny Gargano? I think it was, yeah. Which is a pretty decent match, you know. I think we can see some good stuff from that one. I think either way, like I said, because the quality of people we have in this match and in this tournament, I think no matter what happens, we're going to have an incredible tournament. It's going to be really good, really fun. We're going to see some pretty good stuff, I think. And this is just a start, so don't forget what I said. We got, what have we got? We've got 4 groups of 8. This is just the first group of 8. So the tournament itself will probably be, it's going to be, it's 2 episodes per 8. So it's going to be 8 episodes of the tournament. So it's not going to be a massive tournament, and then we'll go straight into the universe mode, which I know is what most of you are waiting for. So yeah, we'll do that, and then in the universe mode we'll have to crown the rest of the champions as well. So like I said, if we do this for the 205 Live Championship, then we will have to crown a Cruiserweight champion. We'll have to crown some tag team champions as well, which again I don't think are going to be too difficult. There's going to be a lot of fantastic teams on there, so it'd be pretty nice to see how everything plans out, I think. And like I say, I know it's not necessarily the one that was voted for the most, but at this early point still, I don't want to go too much into a new universe mode until we can guarantee we're going to have the best cores available to make that sure that universe mode is as good as it could possibly be. I'd rather wait that little bit longer and for it to be right than rush it and for it to look pretty bad. So I'm hoping you guys don't mind too much about that. Pin here by Akira Tozawa, only for a 1 count. See, that's sort of what's going through my mindset at the moment. So hopefully we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, and yeah, once NXT is finished, then we will go on to the next universe mode naturally, which at the moment looks like it's going to end up being a freeway, well, a pretty freeway race between Lucha Underground, Impact, and NXT UK. They look like the 3 most popular at this point in time. I have to just wait and see what happens and who does come out on top in the end. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have your personal preferences, what you would like to see, and I'm sure, well, like I said, if the one that gets done next is not the one that you want, that's not a major issue, because we're going to get through the majority of these concepts throughout the year, I believe. I do content for this game up until the release of the next one, so we'll get as much done as we possibly can. Buddy Murphy now taking him up and drops him in that Death Valley driver. There's the pin. 1, 2... No, Akira Tozawa kicked out again. Wow. Akira Tozawa being a legend. Buddy Murphy wondering what he might need to do to finish Akira Tozawa off. He's going to go for another pin. Did Akira Tozawa use up all his energy kicking out the last one? No, he did not, as he kicks out of this one as well. Tozawa taking Murphy over. Murphy rolls to the outside. I like Akira Tozawa. One of my very first indie DVDs I ever got. I think I've told the story many a times now. One of the first indie DVDs I ever got was had Akira Tozawa on it. It was a Dragon Gate USA DVD. And there was one match in there. I can't remember who he was facing against, to be honest. Might have been someone like BB Hulk or something like that, I think. But he was playing a heel, Akira Tozawa, but he was just such a funny heel. I mean, you all know the sounds he makes as he goes along anyway, but I remember at one point he was beating up his opponent on the outside, and some lady sort of hung over, not hung over, but she sort of like bent over the barricades with her camera to try and get a good picture. So Akira Tozawa grabbed the camera off of her and then started beating his opponent up while taking photographs and going, ah, ah, as he does. It was just, it's one of them, it probably was more funny watching than I make it sound, don't be wrong, but it was just pretty entertaining to see as Akira Tozawa out of nowhere catches Buddy Murphy with that big kick, and 1, 2, oh, it's only a 1 count, okay. So here's one thought I had, right, if you asked to watch at this point in time. Here's one thought I possibly had for tag teams in 205 Live. About a resurgence of Blake and Murphy. I mean, Wesley Blake is available as part of the Forgotten Sons. And Murphy, of course, we've got here. The only thing would be is trying to get their attires correct. I mean, I can't do it. I'm not very good at cause, so I'd have to rely on somebody else to make their attires, to be honest with you. But I'm sure it couldn't be too difficult. But it's an interesting one. Do we need them? That's the question at the same time. So my question of the day, I know we made one before, and that's Shining Wizard there. It's amazing how many people have a Shining Wizard as their finisher now, isn't it? Question of the day involves Akira Tozawa as he goes to the 1, the 2. Okay, the 2 count. Yeah, quest day involves Akira Tozawa. We mentioned this earlier when we look at the tag team division. Apollo Crews for me is the grey area. I mean, I love that German suplex. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Akira Tozawa makes his way through to the next round. Buddy Murphy eliminated, the current Cruiserweight champion in real life. So yeah, Apollo Crews is the sort of grey area here. He does match the style of the roster, and I don't think we're going to see much else of him throughout the game. So should we allow Apollo Crews the opportunity to be part of this roster as part of the tag team? It's sort of up to you guys, really, what you want to see. I'm for it. I mean, it means we can have this tag team available. I've met Apollo Crews in real life, and I can tell you one thing, he is not under 205 pounds. That guy is hench. Really hench. How he does the stuff he does at his size, I've got no idea. But yeah, let me know what you want to see, and if you're happy with that. Of course, we had the discussion in the preview episode when we talked about people like Finn Balor and people like that, and you guys were happy to see Balor. So what is your opinion on Apollo Crews in the same scenario? I mean, Apollo Crews is actually not under 205 pounds. But I think style-wise, I think he'd match the style pretty nicely. And I think we can see some interesting stuff from him. Akira Tozawa gets the victory then. He goes on to the semi-finals to face the winner of our final match, which is coming up now. And here we go into our final match of the video. It is going to be Gran Metalik. I'm not seeing much of him so far. And again, there's not a lot of universe modes he does fit into. However, we have had a discussion about this guy being involved in Lucha Underground, which was a resounding yes, which I like the sound of. So it'd be interesting to see him get involved in that. But it'd be also interesting to see how far he can get in this tournament. Of course, he's pretty much the underdog for this one, facing off against Johnny Gargano, who's currently our NXT champion on our other universe mode as well. Johnny Wrestling! Good old Johnny Gargano's here. Like I said, our NXT champion over on our other universe mode. Be interesting to see how he gets on in this one. I mean, if he could go on and win the 205 Live Championship as well, that would be a massive, massive boost for him. And I'd like to see that, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a fan. I think everyone's a fan, aren't they, Johnny Gargano? Although we'll see how that goes moving forward. No spoilers, but you know, stuff happens. So we go then, Gran Metalik versus Johnny Gargano. So I work with some French people at work, and every now and again I get stuck in the order. Stuck in the accent. Nice standing Spanish fly by Gran Metalik. And I like the idea, like I say, by doing these different universe modes, like Lucha Underground, that sort of stuff, and 205 Live here in NXT, it really allows us to use lots of different wrestlers on the game, which is fantastic. I don't want to get to a point where there's nothing for people to do, which is why we're looking at possibly throwback as well as a universe mode. I mean, that's picked up a little bit of a fan base throwback, and that's what I would love to do. But I think that's one of the main reasons why we have gone back to the 2 universe mode system, which is, I think, about as much as I can handle once. But for example, something like throwback might be quite niche. I think not everyone's going to love throwback, because for some people, younger viewers, for example, it's a time of wrestling they probably don't really know. So by having 2 universe modes going at once, I mean, if we, for example, had Ring of Honor going on and we had throwback going on, I'm pretty sure we could make everyone happy at least once. And a lot of people might be happy with both as well, but that's just a sort of, I don't want to get to a point where I'm doing a universe mode that doesn't appeal to someone. So by having the 2 universe modes at a time, hopefully we're always doing something that appeals to somebody. And I mean, like when we do Evolution, we will do Evolution at some point, the women's only roster. But at the same time, a lot of people might not be interested in that. So by doing another roster at the same time, it means we don't lose anybody and everyone's happy. That's my aim anyway. If everyone's happy, I'm happy. Not everyone's always happy though. Metalik, who's dominated the early proceedings of this match, and I'm pretty sure the likes of Adam Cole, TJP, and Akira Tozawa, not Akira Kabawa, Akira Tozawa is all sat backstage, and I think they'd be quietly hoping that Gargano gets knocked out in this one. I mean, no offense to Gran Metalik, he's a great wrestler, but I feel like they might think that at this point in time, Johnny Gargano is probably a little bit more well-rounded and probably the bigger threat for them in the competition. I mean, if we got to a Gargano versus Adam Cole semi, I'm not going to be, well, Adam Cole final in this group anyway. I'm not going to be angry about that. I mean, we've already got some pretty good matches coming up for you in the next video anyway. We already know we're going to have TJP versus Adam Cole, and we know we're going to have Akira Tozawa versus the winner of this one. And then we also know we're going to have the winner of both those matches against each other. So either way, it's going to be pretty damn strong moving forward. Reffing with a pin. 2. I need a 2 count. It's all going crazy now, isn't it? Gran Metalik stalking Johnny Gargano. If Metalik pulls this off, that's going to be a massive victory. Oh, it's a big... Oh, that's big. That might be too big for Gargano to get out. Oh, Gargano just about got out. There wasn't a lot behind that kick out there, was there? Not a lot behind that at all. Gargano rolls Metalik through. Into the turnbuckle. Metalik is back up on his feet there, but Gargano slaps him away. Sending Gran Metalik into the corner. Fights back with the boot in the gut now into a Saito suplex into the corner as well. It's pretty vicious, actually. That's not the best angle to do that from. Okay. It's more of a show-off that than actual physical damaging move. He's going to go for it again. Hooray! Well done. One more time. Third time's the charm. Go on. Hooray! Ooh, a different camera angle for that one. Oh, 4 times. Hooray! Come on, Gargano, get back on your feet, mate. This will be 5 now. Oh, I got 4 out of it. 4, that's not too bad. Could have been worse. We could have got less. I'm happy with that many jumps. Metalik now heading up to the top. Gargano already looks out, to be honest with you. But Metalik now with a springboard elbow into the pin, and Johnny Gargano is really struggling here. Oh, it's only a 2. Pretty bloody close that was. Pretty bloody close. Metalik stalking Gargano once again, up on the shoulder. And into that pinning maneuver as well. Oh, Gargano kicked out again. Metalik just can't seem to get the finish he needs. Gargano showing great resilience, as he always does. Metalik sending Gargano into the corner. Follows up with a big clothesline. Into the pin now. 2. Again, it's only a 2. Don't know how much longer Johnny Gargano can keep this up there, to be honest with you. Must be really knackered him out now. Gargano back up to his feet. Elbows into the gut of Gran Metalik. Straight to an ace crusher out of nowhere there by Gargano, who's struggling to get back up to his feet. The match taking a toll on him now. And Gargano's just going to have a period of time just to stand there and stare at his grounded opponent, as you do. You know. Why finish him off when you could just stand and stare at him? I suppose that's the way of looking at it. Gargano pings Metalik into the ring. There's the pin. 1. Good old 1 count. That's what you all need. A boot in the spine. Another boot in the spine as well by Gargano. It's going to take more than a few strikes to win this one. Oh! Locks in the Gargano escape. Middle of the ring. Wow, if Gargano pulls this off, he's been dominating most of the match. Referee runs round in a mad circle, and Gran Metalik has to tap out. And wow, Johnny Gargano showed incredible resilience here to pull this one off. I really thought Metalik was going to get him, you know. I really did. There was so many times in this match where Metalik was just dominant. He hit his finish maneuver twice on Gargano, and still Gargano was able to kick out both times. But eventually, it was enough for Johnny Gargano to get the victory with that Gargano escape. It just shows how strong submission moves are in this game, to be honest with you. I mean, as soon as Gargano got the opportunity, he picked up the victory. So Johnny Gargano goes through to the second round. So in our next video, we will have Adam Cole versus TJP. And we will have Akira Tozawa versus Johnny Gargano. And then we'll have the 2 winners face off against each other as well, to be crowned the winner of Pool 1. And then question of the episode, like I said earlier on, I've got many questions this episode. Question number 1 was Apollo Crews, yay or nay? He's heavier than what he should be, but he does match the style. Gives us an extra tag team in the tag division alongside Akira Tozawa. Or, the other question that I want answered is... I've forgotten it now. I've forgotten the bloody second question. No, the second question was, at the finals of this competition, which will be episode number 9 or 8, that'd be 9, wouldn't it? Would you want to see a semi-finals in singles matches, then a finals a singles match? Or would you like to see these 4 winners go at it in a fatal 4-way match? Just for a little bit of variance, considering that every match in this tournament is going to be a singles match. So yeah, let me know your answers on those 2 questions down in the comment section down below. And we'll be back later on in the week. Of course, because we're doing this alongside NXT, it's going to be 2 episodes of each a week. So I believe the next episode, this and now, will be on Saturday, which will be the final part of this tournament. And then we'll have NXT for you on Thursday and Sunday. Of course, if you haven't enjoyed it, please do like and, of course, subscribe. It is the first one in the series, so it's really, really important. If you could like it, that'd be fantastic. And I will see you again in a few days' time for our next episode of the NXT Universe Mode. And, of course, on Saturday for our next episode of the Cruiserweight Classic Tournament. Bye.